Hi everyone, it's Eugene from Jinjer here, and you're listening Progcast.
Welcome back to the Progcast, everyone. I'm your host Dario, and we have a returning guest today on the Progcast, and that's Eugene from Jinjer. Welcome back to the Progcast. How are you doing?
Uh, First of all, thank you for having me here tonight, and I'm absolutely fine. Just had a very, fruitful and full of events day, and I think it's just the perfect way to finish a day with a nice chat, yeah, and talking about music and everything.
That sounds cool. You guys played here in Munich actually not so long ago, and I had the pleasure of seeing you live there again. We didn't meet because you were busy, but yeah, you were one of the only, if not the only, international band that were able actually that pulled it off to tour this summer here in Germany or in middle Europe, Central Europe. Um, how was that tour? How was it for you
Well,
in these strange times?
Uh, I have to say that it was an extraordinary experience, first of all. And that was something really like, a piece of fresh air, a piece of light in the darkness, something that made us feel back on the rails as a band. Because after 6 months of no shows, no live performances, we finally had a chance to play. And it doesn't really matter that those shows in September were different from normal shows. Limited capacity, social distancing, especially in Germany. The regulations were quite strict. But anyway, it was a real show with people in front of you, and nothing for the camera, just straight for the people. Yeah, and that was something which made me really happy, delightful experience. And it's great that we did it. It's great that we did it because we managed to do it right, not right before, but before the second wave of COVID started, making problems. Because now in November, end of October, November, we definitely are seeing the rise of an increase of infection rates. Yeah, and now it is just impossible to do it.
Yeah.
But back in September, it was, I think, perfect time to play a few shows. It was a big risk. This is what I keep saying every time people ask me about. It was a big risk, and it was really dangerous in many ways to come and play. Not only because we could get sick, no, just because every moment from the very beginning of the tour we could be sent back home. If the police they could send us home, crossing the border, we spent 3 hours at the police office. They were checking our papers and were deciding whether we can stay and play or we need to go back. And actually, we were stopped by the police on the road and checked. Yeah, and we also crossed the German and Swiss border, and we could be sent back home from there. So it was a big risk from the bureaucratic point of view. And also, it was a big risk financially because if we had been sent home, we would just lose quite a lot of money because everything was paid in advance, flights, our bandwagon gear, just a lot of things. Yeah. And I am happy anyway that we took that decision, that we did it, because now in a couple of years when things will be all right and everybody will be remembering these days of confusion, with a smile on their face. I hope so. We will be one of those few bands in the world who would be able to say we were playing social distancing shows during the pandemics. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I remember I checked back our last conversation that we had last year when you played here in Munich, and then we were talking about the huge tour you did back last year. I mean, you did the American tour, and then with no stop, with no break, you did the European tour, and that was like 3 months or what,
Exactly.
on the road, and back then we were you were saying that you just had released Macro, and earlier the year the Micro EP, and you said we have so much new material out now, we're gonna play live for the next 1, 2, 3 years, whatever. And I can imagine for you as a band who's always seems to be hungry for playing live shows, there must have been quite difficult this couple of months, these 6 months, sitting in home and you not being able to go out and play shows. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. That's right. We were ready at the beginning of 2020. We were ready to tour nonstop. This is what we were planning to do, and we had the whole year booked. The whole year was booked. We were supposed to finish our Latin American tour, which started but never ended. We just the pandemics stopped us in the middle of Latin America. Then we had our North American tour. We were supposed to play it, like North America, United States, festivals in the United States. Then we would be back home. We would play. We were also about to play a small mini tour around Europe. And Impericon festivals and summer festivals and the fall would be full of concerts too, and everything just crashed down. Everything fell down. And that's it. And it's devastating because we just released last year. We just released an album which I think is a very strong album, and when we released it, it was the peak of our composing capabilities, and we definitely had to support the album with touring. This is how it is done. The band releases an album and then support it with touring so that more people can hear the music. And this is what we were deprived of. This is what we were left without. They just the situation took it from us. And in this way, it is very, very sad to realize that we're not able to fulfill the mission. We were not able to play at full force. And do what we could do with that album. But it is what it is. So we need to move forward now.
Moving forward and looking forward, of course, you're gonna release the live album, Alive in Melbourne, in November, right after this episode will be aired, so to speak. Yes. When was it? When did you record it? When was the Australian tour?
We went to Australia at the beginning of March, and everybody was very excited about this because it was our first time in Australia. It was completely sold out. And it was great to see that we have so many fans down under, like they say. I fell in love with Australia. It's a wonderful country, wonderful people. In some way, quite similar to Eastern Europeans mentally. And we were just having fun playing incredible shows. And on the 5th of March, we were in Melbourne. The show was sold out. We were not planning to record the gig. Actually, it was just another show in Australia. Great night. We were preparing to meet our friends from 12 Foot Ninja who were there that night. We had a great party together there after the show.
Yeah, the Australians know how to party.
They do, and it was cool that actually my birthday was next day, the 6th of March, and by the time we were finishing the show, it was my birthday already. Yeah, when you see or listen to the album or you watch the video, the last songs were actually played on the 6th of March, my birthday. Yeah, and we had a great party together, and nobody was thinking about releasing that show. How it happened? We were doing the sound check before, and somebody told us there is a guy who would be filming. And we said, okay, then we will do the recording of the audio on our side. And we forgot about that. But in a couple of weeks, when the whole world was shut down, we were lucky to have the whole gig recorded both on the audio and video. So it was a matter of luck, all the respects.
Yeah, and so will the release be a live CD only, or will there be also a DVD with the video material?
We definitely will put out the video on a platform like YouTube one day. Yeah, so I don't think it is worth releasing it on DVD because the quality it is not like a full production show. We were away from home. Of course, it looks good, but not. I don't think it is good on video. It is good enough to release as a DVD, but. Who knows? I don't know. I cannot say. Maybe some special edition, maybe very limited special edition. Yes. We'll think about that. At the moment, we're releasing not just audio on a CD and vinyl. And this is what I'm proud of because the quality of the sound and how well we played that night is good enough for the audio release. Like, this is what we're doing. Live album.
Yeah, great. I mean, the good thing promoting a live album, like if you have the video by accident, also you can put it like the promo singles on YouTube. At that time now, as we're recording this episode, there are 2 singles already out: Teacher, and Sit, Stay, Roll Over. And as far as I know, there's gonna be a 3rd live single. Which song is it gonna be? Do you know it?
It's gonna be Retrospection, and it will be out very soon. It's the 2nd of November. On the 6th of November, if I'm not mistaken, we're releasing Retrospection, and I think that this is a very special release as a single because this is one of few songs which has lyrics in Russian. Our mother tongue, and just as a matter of fact, a band from Ukraine, thousands of kilometers away from home, one of the furthest possible points on earth away from home, singing in mother tongue, singing in Russian on stage at a fully sold out show. I think it's something really special, and this is one of the reasons why we chose Retrospection for the final single.
Great. Speaking about singles, just 2 weeks ago, you actually released another video single for Macro, for The Prophecy. That's is the 6th single, so there's like soon there's gonna be the whole album Macro with videos, right?
It will be. We announced. Yeah, we announced that. We already told that we would release the whole album on video. Every song from Macro will have an official video.
Great. You're on your way there. 6 out of 9 tracks. That's yeah, great. Especially also in this times when you cannot go out and play tours and stuff, to keep the people give the people new stuff to watch. And um,
It's not only just because of marketing or promotion. The problem, the main idea behind releasing an official video for each song is that we believe that Macro doesn't have weak songs, and every single song is different in its own way and is unique in its own way and it's good in its own way. That's why they all deserve to be, to have this exposure
so it's an artistic decision.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I
100%.
like that.
We
That's
actually
great.
we knew we would do it like that even before we released Macro. I remember we were doing last year summer festivals run, and we were sitting. It was Köln actually. We had like 5 days off in Köln, were chilling out, relaxing, and we were still in the not middle, but final stage of mixing and mastering the album, and we all agreed that there are no bad songs. There are no weak songs. Each song is good, and that's why don't we make a video for each of them?
So when did you shoot the material for the prophecy? Did you
We
shoot
made
right like not so long ago, or did you have it already like laying around for?
Unfortunately, not. I wish we did it before the pandemics back in the winter, let's say, because then we would be able to bring more people, make it even crazier. But we just never had a chance to do that in the winter. We back in the winter, and then we went on tour, and then we were split actually because I spent 6 months from March to August in Los Angeles, and Tatiana was there too. And the guys went to Ukraine and were here. And we were not able to film a video because we were separated from each other. But we made Prophecy as soon as we got back home. It was the beginning of September, right before the tour in Germany.
Oh, okay.
So we invited friends, filmed the video, then tested for COVID negative, and then we went to play our shows in Germany.
All right. Cool. So the remaining videos, it's not that you like produced all the videos beforehand and just now dropping them all after. You're producing them as you go along. So the remaining videos will be produced in the upcoming months, I guess.
Actually, we are filming Home Back this Wednesday.
Oh, great.
Yeah, everything is set up, everything is prepared. We'll just show up at the setting on Wednesday and we'll film another awesome video, very different from everything we made before.
Yeah, that sounds really intriguing. I was actually today when I was out for a run, I put on Macro because I knew I would have the interview with you today, and revisited it, and actually Home Back that kind of stood out. I thought, yeah, that's the stuff I need right now for working out, for running.
Good to know this. Good to know this. So quite soon, you will have an official video for this, and I hope you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your videos have been fantastic up till now. Always really great videography. You guys definitely put a lot of thought and effort into it, and that
Thanks.
shows.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Yeah, the live album Alive in Melbourne will be out on November 20. We talked a lot about Jinjer and all the crazy stuff that's going on in the Jinjer world. It's always exciting to see what you guys are up to, and you always keep busy. But right now, to round this interview off, we actually, in the meantime, also we have a little section at the end of our interviews that we like to call "What's in Your Walkman?" So we like to ask our guests what they've been listening to lately. So is there anything that you like to recommend to your fans that you that you have been spinning a lot?
Lately, well, actually, the last records I was listening to were Cold Chamber, chamber music. Just a week ago or so, I was going to my gym. And before that, I had a call from our US manager, who is actually Des Fafara from Cold Chamber and Devil
Okay.
Driver.
Okay. I see.
and after that, I don't know why, but I decided to listen to my favorite record by Cold Chamber, which is chamber music. Yeah. Also, I was listening lately to a lot to Anathema. We all know that the band is on hiatus now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know whether it is completely over or not, but I am like a fan of the band. I like them a lot. Also, I was listening quite a lot of Jinjer because we'll be filming Home Back. I was listening to Home Back a lot just to get the vibe of the song, be ready for the filming, and also what else? What else?
Can you pick maybe a song from the Cold Chamber album and Anathema that I can put into the playlist for this episode?
Let's choose. Shroud of Falls by Anathema, and let's choose Tyler's song by Cold Chamber. And if I can pick one more,
Yeah, sure.
I would pick. Actually, right before the interview, while waiting for your call, I was listening to Leprous. Yeah, and let's pick The Price.
Yes.
By Leprous. Yeah.
Yes. One of my favorite bands as well. I've been, also following them and in touch with them since their very beginning.
So they're an incredible band with their own face, with their own style and genre.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's always so. The last 10 years, actually, 2010, I saw them first time with Tall Poppy Syndrome at the Prog Power Europe Festival, and it's been so amazing to watch them grow and develop their own style and their own music, and every album sounding different from the previous one. So yeah, they're great.
Absolutely. This is what makes a great band great, actually.
Yeah, I have two. I have actually 3 recommendations as well for the What's in Your Walkman section, and I've been listening to the upcoming new not Pain of Salvation, Fate's Warning. Pain of Salvation is going to bring out actually the re-release of the Perfect Element Part 1 on November 20 as well, I think. Drops the same day as the Jinjer Live album, but the new Fate's Warning and possibly the last Fate's Warning studio album, Long Day, Good Night, is dropping this coming Friday from the day we were recording. And amazing bass work from Joey Vera on that. And then actually today, the Progcast episode that we released today was with singer Marcela Bovio, and she has an amazing new project or band that's called White Horse, Black Horse, and their first single, Black Hole, is dope. And the bass player who plays on it is my friend Sibe Sapkins, and he's one of my favorite young bass talents. He's just so full of energy, and it's always a pleasure to watch him and hear him play. And the third entry would be MaYan, the kind of Dutch symphonic death metal supergroup, and I finally got around to listen to it because obviously Marcela Bovio also sings with them, and I never really checked them out, but it's really cool stuff, definitely. So
thanks for the recommendations.
It's gonna be a great playlist. Now, what I'm doing since we actually started doing like these interviews in March when the first lockdown started. And I always put like a playlist with, of course, the new singles leading up to the album of the guest, and also like a best of this artist, of this band. And if you want, you can pick your favorite Jinjer songs as well for the playlist from the studio albums if you want.
Yeah, why not? Let's pick something which is not too trivial. No Pisces this time.
Yeah, definitely.
I think everyone is tired. No Pisces. Yeah, I am tired of this song, even though it is great. But no.
We talked a lot about Pisces on our last in our last interview.
Exactly.
A year ago. You guys listening to this can go back and check it out as well.
Yeah, I will pick Ape. Let's give it to the people. Ape.
All right. And anything else from the previous albums? I mean, I'm gonna put Home back because you mentioned it. That you're gonna do the video for it. So anything from Cloud Factory or King of Everything that you would like to put into the best of Jinjer?
Yeah, exactly. Good idea. Let's pick songs which I think deserve to be there but didn't have enough attention before. Let's pick Deeper Sail from King of Everything, and let's pick Bad Water from Cloud Factory.
All right, cool. That's gonna be a really epic playlist again. I love compiling those because it hopefully might also show the band to new listeners who haven't heard you guys before.
Or from a different perspective. Yeah, from perspective people never had the chance to listen to us.
All right. Eugene, it was a pleasure to talk to you again. I hope we can do this next time live, face-to-face again in a year or so. All the best with the upcoming live release. And and I'm super stoked for the video as well for Home Back.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk to you. Once again, big pleasure. And I'm sure we will be talking to each other again next year, even, I think, earlier than you think, because we are working currently on a new record, and it will be out next year.
Wow.
And it will be, I think it will perfectly match the Progcast because it's going to be as progressive as possible.
That sounds dope. I'm super stoked now. All right, I'm gonna go back, listen to some more Jinjer, put together the playlist and stuff. Unfortunately, the episode, now that we finished recording it, will only drop in a couple of weeks, just before the live album drops as well. But that's how it is.
It's all right.
Have a great evening, Eugene. To our listeners, thank you for listening as always, and take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, and listen to great music.
Peace, love, and harmony.
The Progcast is a production of Stuus Media and is presented by the Prog Space. It is produced by Randy M. Salo, Janine Stengel-Lewis, Blake Lewis, and Dario Albrecht. Our theme music is by This Is Not an Elephant, and Van Kirsch does our graphics. New episodes of the Progcast drop every Monday and Thursday, and don't miss our Friday Top 5 episode where we discuss our favorite new releases from that week. For more interviews and reviews in the written form, check out theprogspace.com.